We get this great little square body GMC pickup truck in the shop for some audio work, and it's audio work that's different than the audio work we've done in the past, but it's from the same people. Custom Autosound has come up with a great new system. They call it their Secretaudio system with SST technology, and that SST stands for Stealth Sound Technology. What this is basically is a radio system that can be integrated in anything from a street rod or a hot rod or even a truck like this. It's going to be a very clean install, and it's not going to take up a lot of room. What is it? Very simply put, you have a remote-mounted radio and amplifier unit here that we're going to put behind the seat in the cab of the truck. It comes with all the same great features you've come to expect out of Custom Autosound, 30 preset channels, 18 FM, 12 AM channels, and then of course you have all the great modern technology involved, Bluetooth, hands-free calling, you can charge your cell phone off of it, and it's all basically plug and play. We're talking CD changer control, you name it, this baby does it. This unit will be mounted behind the seat. The only thing you'll be able to see in the truck is this guy right here. This is the commander module, and as you can see, it's a nice little LCD screen. Does everything you need it to do. It'll tell you what radio station's on. It'll actually, if they're transmitting that data, will actually tell you the song and all the other information you get in any other modern radio. The last great feature, this guy. Remote control, baby. So you can have this remote control mounted wherever you want. You could basically hide the commander if you wanted to. You would never see it. Be able to change your channels and work your way through the modes right from the remote. As good as it looks on the table, it's going to look a whole lot better in the truck, and I'm going to show you just how easy this thing is to install. All right, so we're going to walk you through a quick look at the installation of the awesome Secretaudio Stealth Sound Technology unit here. Why is it stealth? Well, not just because it's painted black, because it's going to end up behind the bench seat of our square body GMC pickup truck. Drilled a couple of holes here in the back of the cab, and we're going to get things mounted with our provided mounting screws. A couple of things: you want to keep this in an area where it's obviously not going to get soaking wet. You want to be able to let some air circulate around it, as these things do generate a little heat. They're in operation. Remember, it is an amplifier as well as your radio receiver and the brains of the unit. Other than the screws, really the only thing you got to do here is run a power wire to the unit, which you can see that we have done that already. It's kind of run right over here. It's going to be part of our plug that we put in. And a ground, of course, which is very easy in this cab because, well, it's a steel cab, so we can run right to the back wall of the cab itself. As I get that screw in there. Good. So the ground wire here is attached to the cab, and our power wire is part of this wiring harness. Now, another bonus of this truck is the fact that it has rubber floor mats. We didn't really have to mess with a lot of carpeting or anything like that. We were able to simply run everything we needed to do under the floor mats. So, connect our main wiring harness here. This connection has a couple of positive kind of detents on it, so it's going to lock in. This plug right here goes to our commander control, which is clearly labeled. We can see this plug is labeled commander control. We pop our little weather-tight plug off of there, line this bad boy up, and snap it in. We got our basics hooked up. It's an old truck with just a couple of speakers, so everything's going to run through there. Seat goes back, and what do we have left to do? Well, the commander unit, which, as you can see, we fixed this bracket, nice little bracket to the bottom of the dash. 2 thumb screws is all we need to do. We back those thumb screws out, and the commander unit is going to slide right up into the bracket. The thumb screws go in nicely right there. And the cool thing here too is obviously you can angle this thing wherever you want it. And because it is remote control, if you wanted to hide this thing completely and say put it in your glove compartment or anywhere else, if you wanted to get real creative, we probably could have hid it here in the old ashtray if we wanted to. Remember that wire we hooked up to the back of the unit? Well, here it is in the front. So, once we line up our plug here, go in there. Now, only thing we've got left to do is, John, you gonna hook the battery up for me, bud? Anytime you do anything electrical, of course, you want to disconnect the battery, make sure you don't have any problems. You don't want to be shorting anything out or shocking yourself in here. Okay, John's got us fixed. Flip our key on, get a little power going. We can see our indicator lights come on. And now we're going to hold our power button down. And we should see our screen light up. There we go. So the screen's lit up. I basically have a couple of steps left here to get myself programmed in, and we'll be listening to the radio, controlling our CD player, whatever.